ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So the life skill patch just hit. A lot of people are excited about this Manos thing. Okay, not that excited since we don't have the yellow armors yet, but they're excited that the patch is actually here, the mastery system is here. And for me, I don't do that much life skilling. I'm not so much of a life skiller, but I've always wanted to try because in BDO life skills are actually really important when it comes to generating income. Mostly AFK income, not active income. So life skills are really important. So I did some research, I tried some, and I think I have a really comprehensive grasp on what all of these life skills entail to. And I'm gonna break down some of this to you guys. I'm gonna separate these life skills to 3 categories that I think is the best way to categorize this. So the first category, I'm gonna separate them in if you have to spend some money in the cash shop, if it's a must, if it's not a must, just for convenience maybe, and those life skills that don't really require anything from the cash shop. So I'm gonna separate in 3 main categories. So you'll have a pay to win category. We're gonna call this the Tony Stark package. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Then we have a package, a category where you just have to buy these items from the cash shop just for convenience. As in, you can do without, but it is so much easier and much more profitable or time convenient to actually buy these cash shop items. So we're gonna call this maybe a convenience package category. And then we have the third category, which I am proudly a member of. We're gonna call this the farmer's package. This is the category where you don't need to buy anything from the cash shop. You can do this completely free to play, and you don't have to spend a dime, and you can actually make good profit from it. So let's just go straight to the first category, and we're gonna start with the pay to win category, the Tony Stark package, because they have the priority. So the first life skill that falls under this category is processing. Processing, if you want to do processing and you don't have some of the cash shop items, forget it. So for processing, first thing you're going to need is weight. You're going to need a lot of weight, not just 100 LT. Also, you're going to need a lot of weight because processing is a very profitable life skill. And it is really AFK. You can process it for AFK for a long time, and you make a lot of silver doing it. However, if you want to process for a longer time, you'll need weight. Another thing is you'll need a costume. The processing costume is definitely a must. The costume gives you the ability to process items that are in the storage, and you receive the processed materials in your inventory. So you process items that are in the storage, and then you get your finished products that will be in your inventory. So that reduces the amount of weight that you actually need. But you'll also need a lot of weight, because if you're processing heavy materials like iron ores or timber, you're gonna get overweight pretty quickly. So if you don't have cash shop weight, forget about processing. But if you have some money to spare to buy yourself the costume, it is 2200 pals. There's a small sale going on right now. You can get it for like 10% less, but you definitely need to spend 2200 pals to actually start doing processing. Processing pairs well with trading. You actually have to do both. Okay, it's not a must, but you can combine the two to make a lot of silver doing credit trading. From Granada to Valencia, all that shenanigans. But for processing, you have to pay to win to actually make if you want to do without pay to win, you can do it. No one is going to stop you, but don't expect to make that much silver from it. And it's not going to be a AFK life skill anymore. It's going to be an active life skill. You'll have to check your weight every 10 minutes or 20 minutes also. So the next life skill I fall under this, I'm going to put training. Training will fall under this, and listen, here is my reason why I'm going to put training here. in theory, you can train horses completely free to play. You don't have to buy any costume. Costume is not really a must because costume just gives an increase in mount XP, so it's not really a must. However, if you want to train horses to sell to players, players look for specific skills in horses. Like you'll need a horse with like sprint and instant acceleration and drift, and these are RNG skills to get. So if you don't get those skills, not that many people will actually want to buy your horse, and it may sit in the market for a while. And if you're selling it in the market, you also need a value pack as well to get a lot of profit from it. Now, you may argue that you want to do imperial horses, but if you do imperial horses, the price of the horse increases when it has really good skills. So if you want to make good profit with training, you're going to need the mount skill change coupons to change the useless skills to get the important skills, and you can actually get yourself a Causa. And Causas are really expensive. You can get a Causa, goes for around 1 billion in EU. So if you can train yourself a Causa, that's a lot of profit that you can make really fast. Another thing is, if you are breeding all these horses, you need to buy yourself some breeding resets. So that's also cash up. So to do this free to play, you're not gonna make that much profit. It's not really worth it to spend all that time because it's a really AFK skill as well. You're just training horses all the time. So if you don't have the cash of items, you're not gonna make that much. It's not really. You're better off doing another life skill. So I'm gonna close up that category for now. I think that's the two main life skills that I think are completely pay to win. If you don't buy the cash up stuff, don't bother doing them. So let's go to the next one, which is the convenience package. So the two first ones that I'm going to talk about here are cooking and alchemy. I'm going to talk about these two at the same time because they are really similar to each other. They're actually almost exactly the same. So both of them can be done without the cash up outfit. Both of them can be done without the cash up outfit. The advantage you get from the cash up outfit is that it decreases your crafting time by 2 seconds, which is a lot. 2 seconds is a lot. So if you have the money to spend, you can spend 2200 on the cash shop pulse, 2200 pulse, and get yourself an outfit for either alchemy or cooking. You'll need both of them. The cooking, however, is a bit expensive. It's 2900 instead of 2200. But the reason for this is because the cooking outfit can be used as a normal outfit to get the costume bonus. It's like a normal combat outfit. But the alchemy outfit, you do not get the bonus for having all the 8 slots equipped. That's the difference. That's why the cooking one is a bit more expensive. If you don't want to spend any money for the costumes, you can still do cooking and alchemy. You can buy yourself the silver clothes, maybe a +3 if you really want to commit to cooking, even a +4 if you actually have the money to do so. And you're going to get a low craft time as well without actually spending money in the cash shop. You'll get almost a 3-second craft time, maybe 2 seconds if you're really going deep. I don't know if you can get 2 seconds. As in, the maximum you can get, the minimum time you can get for crafting is 1 second. So I think without the outfit, you can get only 3 seconds. But you have to have at least a +3 silver clothes. And cooking and alchemy is also really profitable because you can bypass the marketplace, because you can do imperial cooking and you can do imperial alchemy, and they don't apply the market tax for those, so you get it's pure silver. As you just craft them, pure silver. The problem with alchemy and cooking, according to me, is you'll have to gather a lot of ingredients on your own. You can buy some of the ingredients in the market, but sometimes they're completely sold out and you'll have to actually go and gather them yourself. So if you don't mind doing some gathering every now and then, because cooking and alchemy, if you are doing imperial, you'll need a lot of ingredients, and you can pair this with gathering and go and gather some of things yourself. and make yourself some good silver. So if you have some money to spend, this is really good for you. If you don't have any money to spend, you can still do cooking and alchemy. It's just gonna take a bit more time, a bit more preparations, but you're still gonna make a decent amount of silver doing it. So the third life skill I'm gonna put in this category is gathering. Now, gathering is a lot of people can argue that you don't need anything to do gathering, as in you can do this completely free to play, which is true. But the reason why I've put it in the convenience section is if you see someone with a hedgehog pet gathering next to you, and if you see the amount of materials he's getting compared to you, it makes things really, as in you feel jealous about it. I think the pet makes gathering a convenience kind of I'm gonna put it in the convenience just because of that pet. As in, if you can get the pet, you really have to get the pet if you wanna be serious about gathering. Gathering without the pet is still okay, but if you have the pet, you're increasing your gathering capability by almost 50%. I think it's 50%, is 30%. I think it's 50%. You get 50% more materials when you gather, and that is a lot of materials. So that's the only reason I've actually put it in the convenience package. However, if you don't mind that small hiccup, you can do this completely free to play. It actually has no difference at all. The only so you just have to invest in. You need to get yourself a lot of energy, because gathering spends energy. So go find yourself all those knowledge around the game. Get yourself as much energy as you can, and you're going to get yourself a lot of profit from gathering. Another thing is, the reason another reason I'm putting this in the convenience package is if you want to do underwater gathering, which is actually really profitable as well if you find a good spot and if you play the marketplace. You'll need to buy the underwater costume, because your swimming speed in this game is really slow unless you have the costume. And if you want to do underwater gathering, you'll definitely need to have that costume. And all these costumes for the life skills, unfortunately, cannot be bought on the marketplace, as in people cannot register them in the marketplace for you to get. You must spend some money. So that's why I'm placing these three in this category. And the funny thing is, the three, cooking, alchemy, and gathering, in the convenience package all go together really well. If you can do these three, as in, I don't know anyone who does all of them. There may be some crazy people who do all of these life skills together, but most people do 3, 4, 5, maximum 5 life skills at a time. They just concentrate on a few of them. So if cooking, alchemy, and gathering, they go really well together. So let's go to the last package. This is where most of the life skills fall onto. I'm call this package the farmer's package. And the first life skill there is farming. Yeah, you didn't guess it, huh? You see what I did there? Farmer's package for the first life skill is farming. It's amazing. Screw you guys, I'm funny. Okay, so farming. I love farming. I don't even do life skills, but for funny thing is I actually do farming. I hate life skills, but I do farming. Farming is the most laziest life skill you can do. It brings in good silver for absolutely no work done. It's a semi-AFK skill, but the profit is actually pretty good for that kind of a life skill. It's funny because it's not affected by the life skill mastery that is on right now. I guess they don't really know what to do with it, but farming gives a lot of profit when you just breed your plants and get yourself some tier 9 materials for training horses. So if you are doing training and you want to try for dream horses, you can pair your training with some farming to get yourself some cheap tier 9 materials. And the mysterious, I farm specifically mysterious seeds only. I don't farm all these other seeds and milk and beef. No, those, if you're doing the milk and beef, is if you're gonna pair, because you can pair farming with cooking and farming with alchemy for the fruits and all that. But if I'm doing it for pure profit, I just farm normal things. The fastest growing plants, I actually do strawberries. The moment they are full, I breed them. I get my tier 9 mats and I get the mysterious seeds back. I just sell everything. That's also all I do. So I just tend to my plants. I don't prune them myself. I use workers, so it's basically completely semi-AFK. I just do the breeding every 3 hours. So farming, it requires 0 cash shop items. It requires 0. You don't even need to buy yourself life skill clothes. You don't need it. I mean, you probably need it at first just to power level your farming to artisan. You need artisan 1 to actually make some good income from it, but you get artisan 1 really fast. It's really quick to level this skill. I love this skill so much. If you're a grinder like me and you don't really like life scaling, just try out farming and it's gonna be amazing. Trust me. The next one I'm gonna talk about in this category is fishing. Now, fishing, before the patch, there was a patch a couple of weeks ago where it gave you the option to choose which fish to automatically discard, and this kind of made this life skill a free-to-play life skill. You no longer have to buy yourself inventory space. You just need to make a new character, do the first couple of main missions to get yourself inventory space, and when you get yourself like 70 inventory space and whatever, and then just go and farm, choose to discard all the green fish and remain with the blue and yellow, and you can fish for 6, 7, 8 hours. So it made it really easy for me. So I do fishing at times now. It requires no cash up any items. You may say that the hotspot area can give a lot of fish, but this is you can put this life skill in the convenience package as well if you want to do like seriously fishing and going into this sea and getting yourself in a hotspot, catch a lot of fish. Then yeah, if you're doing that, you're gonna need some inventory space. But if you're not really doing this so super hardcore, you can do this anyhow. You don't need to buy anything. You can pair this with trading to do some imperial. You can you can fish and then go and sell the fish that you caught in Velia to Valencia, or just use that distance bonus to get some extra profit, or in Grana and then sell them in Valencia. All that, if you're up to it. I don't do that. I just do normal fishing when I'm just bored. I just leave it on at night or something. So the third one for this is sailing. Sailing is not a life skill. Sailing is just a boat. I mean, you don't really buy anything from the car shop. You just need to have a sailboat with you and then go all the way through the sea, walk around, smash some sea monsters. It makes a lot of silver in terms of guild funds, but it's completely free to play. You just need to get yourself a sailboat and just go to the sea and just kill some monsters. That's basically it from this for sailing. It doesn't really have anything else that I know about. So the next one is similar to sailing, which is hunting. The thing about hunting is fun. If there's a life skill in the game that is really fun, it's hunting. Hunting, especially when you're doing this in a party, hunting is so much fun. You just get on a horse, get yourself a musket, and just shoot things. It is fun. But when it comes to silver generation, the income, it may not be on the top. It's probably just average. I'm not so sure about now after the Manos update. It may be really profitable now, but I'm not so sure about it. But to get into hunting, you don't need any cash up items. You just go there and hunt. You pair hunting with gathering, because every time you hunt, you have to butcher the animal you just killed. So just pair this with gathering and everything will be fine. You can do this completely free to play. I do hunting. Hunting is amazing. It's fun. It's not AFK skill. It's an active life skill. So when you're bored with grinding, like you cannot grind. You can only grind for so long. So after a couple of hours of grinding, I just get a musket and just go kill myself some deers and stuff. It's a fun thing to do. It's a nice downtime thing to do. So, and the last life skill is trading. Trading requires no cash shop item, but trading is not so many people do trading on its own. Trading is a life skill that is best paired with other life skills. So you can combine trading and processing. You process your materials, you make them into crates in like maybe Grana, and then you connect your nodes from Grana to Valencia. You must have a higher trading though to do this in a very convenient profitable kind of way. So like I think it's master 1 trading to get above, and then you take them to Valencia, sell them to Valencia for a really high amount of profit. So trading on its own, I think it's really boring. But if you are combining them with processing, the amount of profit you make kind of eliminates the boring part of it. You can combine trading with fishing. I don't think the trading really applies to Imperial trading. Maybe it does. I'm not so sure. I never really paid attention. But trading, yeah, it's just a life skill that is best paired with other life skills. It doesn't require anything. You can get yourself some clothes, you can get yourself some weight, but not really a must. You can just do this with your horse and elephant to do trading. But trading, it's a skill you can do without paying anything. So, guys, I hope that small breakdown will help the newer players to kind of figure out what they want to do in terms of life skills. Because in video, you must, I'm not so sure if I should say must, but I'll say it's really advisable to pick a life skill to do, because the life skill income is really important in video. As in, I didn't want to do any, because in all my MMOs that I've played, I've never really done life skills. I'm not really a crafter or an alchemist or a cook or whatever. I never really do. I'm more of a grinder. I just grind, and I make a lot of money from grinding. As in, grinding, at the end of the day, grinding will always make you more money than life skill. That's a no-brainer. Unless you are doing the life skills really hardcore, then there's a part, there's a silver lining. There's a part where you can actually make more money than grinding, but grinding will always make you so much more money. So I do a lot of grinding, and in my downtime, I go do some farming, some hunting for fun. I would like to do some sailing, some sea monster hunting in the future. Not now, I'm not really interested in it, but who knows, maybe I'll do it. Fishing, everybody in this game does fishing. It's the easiest thing to do. Get a pole, throw it in the water, that's it. Catch some fish, you profit. So the fourth category is life skill. The other life skill is grinding. Grinding is the most profitable life skill that I know, and that's what I do. So guys, thanks guys for watching. I hope this helped. If I missed something or I said something wrong that you think it's wrong, well, tell me down in the comment section. Who knows, maybe we'll get in an argument there. We'll see who wins. But thanks guys for watching this. I'll see you guys on the next video. Subscribe, make sure to like and share, and I'll see you guys next time.